Eastern Ohio, Western Pennsylvania, and beyond, we're about to put our finger on the pulse of the neotropics. The pulse is pumping live with your host, Brian West. I'm the music maker, Dwayne Watkins, and our special guest is Jesse Berg.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pulse. Welcome to the Pulse. We got Jessica Berg and Jason on the show tonight. We got back to the show. The show tonight is about immigration and the immigration and the battle of racism and the equality we have in America. You know, we have this thing where people are having this battle right now, and I was checking some of the ads before we started the show. And one thing I noticed is about immigration is that they got these bones where, you know, I was reading in the paper, it was about these bones. These politicians were finding bones at the border. And the first thing that came in my mind is, especially when it comes to immigration, because a lot of people don't understand, when you're living in Mexico, you have to decide that you want to come to America. So I'm reading the paper, and it says that they're finding bones and babies' bones at the border. The first thing that comes to my mind is, how could you possibly be in the White House or in any place and you see bones in the paper and the first thing you think about is a policy? How can you think about a policy? You know, if I'm sitting in the White House and I see anything about somebody even dying, the first thing I'm going to, okay, just imagine you're sitting in the White House. You know, you got all this power. You're over in other countries, you're bombing people, you're sending people to war, and you figured out that people want to get in your country, and you say, okay, close the border and keep the bones coming. And that's what I'm saying, you know, and that's the sad part about America, is you have to be so brutal and so grimy that you can't share. It's just sad because, you know, it's like being a first grade teacher, and you're all in class, and everybody's sitting around, and she says, well, okay, you have to share with your neighbors. The first thing I would say to her is, the president doesn't share. He doesn't share. You know what else I like about this thing is they got this thing they got called conservatives and Republicans. And they got conservatives, Republicans, Democrats, and liberals. And I guess, now let me explain this to you, okay? A conservative is supposed to be somebody who conserves everything. So I think I figured this out. The conservatives are the ones who say, okay, it's mine, you can't have it until I get ready for you. And I guess the liberals are supposed to be the people who say, okay, give everything away. And I think that's what it means. So, and I guess what happens is, you get a Democrat or a Republican, and they decide whether they want to be stingy or they want to give away. That's what it is. Little people like me or some average Joe who's coming across the border, if these people decide that everybody wants to be stingy, then you're going to starve. That's the sad thing about America, and that's what I learned about it. But what I thought about it, though, I thought it would make it interesting if you took a group of perverts, take a group of perverts and put them maybe put them in Congress. Take a group of perverts and put them in Congress. And this is what I figured out would happen. Okay, so what would happen is you build this border, right? They be watching all these guys build these borders. And perverts like women, you know. I can vouch for that sometimes because every man becomes a pervert one particular time in his life, you know. He doesn't like to talk about it. But I'm going to be open about it. I'm going to have confessions today. Okay, so what happens is you get these perverts, right? And you put them at the border. You can put them on border patrol. And what will happen is, and this is pretty much the same way Congress does it, just in a different manner. So you put these perverts at the border, and what happens is, the moment when people are trying to get over to America, what they'll do is they'll spot beautiful women. And what they'll do is they'll say, okay, you can come in, but she has to stay out. You can come in, she has to stay out. You can come in, she has to stay out. So then what you do is, you take these perverts and you give them an organization, and they can call it the National Pervert Society. And so what they'll do is, they'll write all these laws that say who's allowed in the border and who's not. So what'll happen is guys like me who have a hard time getting women, well, I'll go to Congress and I'll lobby to get more beautiful or ugly women in America whenever I want. See, I don't believe in ugly women. I believe that everybody's beautiful in their own eyes. So what'll happen is, I'll get in the White House and I'll be in charge of all these perverts at the border, and that's what it'll be like. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna like. You know what I'll do is I'll say, okay, send those perverts down, and we're gonna play Indians and Europeans. And what I want you to do is, I want you to give the perverts guns, but I want you to give the people in the church, I want you to give them water guns. So what'll happen is, every time somebody gets across the border, and every time somebody writes a policy, either somebody's gonna get soaked with water, or somebody's gonna get soaked with we're gonna leave that to the man upstairs. We'll keep that to ourselves. But what happens when a man sees a beautiful woman is he gets soaked with something. I'll be right back. When we come back, we got a guest for you on the show. Like I said, that was a little inside joke. I'm sorry about that, Tom. I didn't mean to get rated R on you. But when we come back, we've got Jesse and my man Jason. They're gonna come on and talk about immigration and the laws that need to be passed in America about racial equality. We'll be right back here in the Pulse with Brown West Lane. What you got?
Just like you made a choice to get this coin, you will have to make a choice to pass life into this world. Boys only want one thing. The trouble, I tell you. Trouble, do you hear me? Do you understand?
We have no hope, Precious. Look at us. We're both high-class girls with little-class lives.
Precious, be encouraged. Your life is about to change.
No, I didn't think I just woke up and it was gone.
Do you mean? It seems you're pregnant, young lady.
Are you pregnant, doctor?
There's a riot right there! There's one moving! You're out of control!
If I let you in, you must undo this mistake.
Even if you are pregnant, I'm gonna throw you down the flight of freaking stairs if I gotta get rid of this baby.
Okay, Walter, okay, I'll get rid of the baby.
Introducing the world's first mobile business card. Now you can hand out your business card right from your smartphone. Your customers can call, text, email, web, map, or share your contact information with just one tap. Get the B-Cards app today. Go to www.bcardsapp.com. Available at the App Store or on Google Play.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next guest we have coming on the show is from the city of Youngstown, Ohio. She's bringing her friend with her, and she is a YSU student, and the buddy of hers is from a local union of steel workers. They're going to come on and talk about immigration and racism in America, the racial equality, the battle the history a little bit about America. We would like to welcome our first guests, Jessica Berg and Jason Scott, on the show. Welcome to the show, Jesse. Welcome, Jason. Jason, now we got this thing going on in America where they have all these immigrations thing going on in a little monologue. Did you like that? Like I said, I didn't mean to get I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get pervert on you. It's just sometimes you got to get exotic. You know what I'm saying?
The scarier things on TV.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I got especially when you think about people coming across the border. And I was reading about it. They got bones at the border, and it's hard to write jokes like that, especially when you see little babies and little kids. So this country was found on Indians and Europeans fighting over a piece of land that belonged to the Indians. Now, when you see or you hear about things that are in the paper about people, what is your take on that, Jesse? Since you're a past.
Well, my family's history all came from somewhere else.
Yeah.
America's full of nothing but immigration. If you think about it.
Yeah.
There's a way to come across, and there's a way not.
Yeah.
The people that come across selling drugs or trying to get the good life without doing it properly.
Yeah. So that's what your take is. You feel like the ones who are coming across with the negative, they should be the ones who get deported, but the ones who actually come across who are trying to make a living should be the ones who actually get into the country.
Yeah.
What about you, Jason? I mean,
I feel pretty much the same way. When you're coming in illegally and you're not doing the things that you need to pay the taxes, to do the things that everybody else has to do to be a member of our society, then yeah, you should leave.
Now, what is this about? So when you hear about now, what do you think that they're running from in Mexico? You know, they have drugs and things like that. So what happens when you deport the bad and you take the good? What do you think that's going to do? You think that's going to make more people want to come in? I mean, how could you solve a problem like that to where you have so much negative? Because I mean, kids are getting kidnapped in Mexico. They're getting raped. I mean, the FBI goes over there and they're kidnapping Americans. They gotta take down drug lords. So,
but the funny thing is, that's what we got out here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we got all that here. I mean, it doesn't matter where you are, you're gonna have the same thing.
Yeah.
Only the laws in Mexico are different than the laws out here. So, it seems like it's a harder time for them.
Yeah.
But the way politics are going now, I don't know. We might be heading that way.
Well, I mean, what do you think about Obama? You think Obama's doing what do y'all think about?
I think that's a different show, buddy.
I just can't get it, and I can't get it. You got all these laws, and everybody's standing up for things that makes no sense. Like, you know.
Honestly, I think because it's not just the president.
Yeah.
There are many. There are a few people that are with the president that you don't get to vote for.
Yeah.
That are in office, that are running the line, that are running the
president's
rules.
the one that's the
president's just the hitman. Yeah. President's the one that gets the blame. He's the one that speaks, but he's not speaking for himself.
Yeah.
Usually it's for whatever they voted for.
So you're to let people know that out there. So your take on this is that they should open up the borders, or at least I don't even understand the fact that you have laws that say. That's what I'm saying. How could you?
The laws should state that if you come across into America, that you should follow the rules. Now, the people that are sneaking across, but I don't mean believe in shooting them or killing them.
But you're a humanist. You're a humanist. You actually believe and you know, you like life. You believe in life. You believe in happiness. There's bones, babies' bones, adult bones. These are people's lives just dead at the. You know what I'm saying?
They risk that when they come in.
They risk that when
they
come in.
They know it. They're gonna do it, and you're not gonna stop them from trying.
I mean, what if you got, you know, the mafia of Mexico, or whoever of Mexico trying to get over to get into?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Smuggle illegal drugs into the U.S. Illegally sneaking through, or speaking of the perverts that buy children or buy people, and they smuggle them over so they can sell them for a profit. That's the stuff that needs to be stopped.
Now, what about you go to YSU? You're a student at the college. Do people see a lot of because I remember there was a girl who used to work for Method Aid. She was coming and she had needed money, and you know it was kind of rough for her because her family was from another country. So how do you think they should be schooled? Do you think they should have a right to go to college?
They should have a right. They pay their taxes just like we do.
Now, what about this what about all this stuff about African Americans and Caucasians still going at it, or just not even that? You got Puerto Ricans and
it don't matter
racism.
anymore.
Racism.
Honestly,
I think everybody's racist.
Everybody throws in a racist.
I think everybody's racist.
They put too much power in different words.
There are people that are racist with their own people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what color you are anymore.
Yeah.
There's different categories for many different things because the whole world is changing.
Yeah.
The media, everything from the media to what they're learning at school, to other people's behaviors, to scientific studies that they have come.
We come back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a skit and we're going to talk a little bit more about racism and immigration. We'll be right back here on The Pulse with Brian West and my lead man over there, Wayne the Music Maker. We'll be right back, everybody. name is Jose Montana.
So what's your motive, Mr. Montana? 5,000 illegals? Huh. Looks like you've been busy for the past 2 years.
I did it for justice.
Justice? What kind of justice do you find in smuggling immigrants?
Listen to me. This country is the belly of the beast. Your history is so polluted that everything you Americans touch becomes corrupt.
This country has laws, Mr. Montana. Laws you must obey, just like everyone else.
Who do you think you are? You know, my people remember all the bloodshed of those barbarians, those crusaders, whatever you want to call them. We don't forget stuff like that, okay? Listen, you think you're tough with your little badges and your little weapons? Every time you take one of me out of this pit, I'll bring another one just like me in. How about that?
You know what? I'm getting sick of this. Just tell us who you're working for.
Listen, I work for the Indians, the Africans, and the Mexicans. And whoever else you give your little fancy names to. What's that? What you call us? What's that? Minorities? Is that what you call us?
Stop with the games, Mr. Montana. Just tell us who sent you here.
You know what? I'm getting sick of this. Who's supporting you?
Guess that's gonna come at a price.
How much do you want?
Don't make a deal with this dirtbag. Just tell us what we want to know and we'll let you go home.
Okay, we'll say, listen, I don't have a home, okay? First of all, I don't make deals with pigs. What I do is for the good of all mankind, okay? There's people dying to get to this little place you call freedom. I watch as you pigs eat, sleep, and slop your way to the top of the food chain. I just want justice, okay?
What's justice to you, Mr. Montana?
Justice is giving back from all the bloodshed that you pigs have caused over the years. You know? Do you think this land belongs to you? Think you can call yourself God to the fields you walk on? Listen, I will keep bringing people in who will learn and play just as fast as me, okay? And we will take over this little game you call America.
You know, I'm sick of your little games.
Stop! Dan, that's it. That's enough. That's enough. Calm down.
Truth hurts, doesn't it, Carla?
How do you know my name?
I know everything.
Let's lock him up. This ain't getting nowhere.
Come on. Hold on. You think this is some type of a funny game, Carla? Listen, all we want is peace, okay? Just like you go home to your little family at night and forget about little guys like me, where everybody's at the border starving. You think this is fun, Carla? Being a puppet for these pigs? I saw what you did for that little girl at the border, Carla. I saw you helped her when she got her leg caught in the fence. I saw it.
Shut up! Please just shut up.
Is that true? Is what he's saying true?
I let you catch me for a reason, Carla. You're not like the rest of these pigs, Carla. You care about us, Carla.
I couldn't help it, Dan. It was not Summer. She was just a baby.
Tell her where she is, Carla. Tell her how you got little Liz shacking up with you, Carla. What? How about that?
I'm so sorry. I couldn't help it. I'll turn in my badge tomorrow morning.
It's okay, Carla. It's okay to be brave sometimes. Helping your people out is what makes the world a better place, Carla. The borders will be free now. They'll open up the borders because of you, Carla. Method18.com and Method 8 Arts Academy is a proud sponsor of the arts. Our productions can be viewed on our Method 8 Corp YouTube channel or by visiting method8inc.com. All of our productions focus on conscious building issues with films like Miracle, The Land of Escobar, The Birth of the Dreamer, which deal with women's
Don't touch me, you understand? Don't you ever touch me. I worked too hard for this, Precious, to make ranks, and I don't have time to go through this, okay? No, even if this baby is mine, you get rid of it, okay? You get rid of it. You understand me?
Okay, well.
Method 8's Indian Summer, which focuses on sacrifice.
Complain. That's all you humans do. What, you think I poisoned your food? You think I'm some kind of killer? Lamani's not coming back.
Or Academy Special Projects with shows like Field Angels to help combat youth violence.
Here, Freeman. President Bixby wants to shut you down.
Shut us down for what, Freeman? We're just getting started.
They say you've been using little girls to crack cases.
You put your hands on me, Freeman. I don't care. We've lost Penny, Raven, and Sparks. I'm the only one left, Freeman. We're gonna solve this. We're gonna turn this whole damn city into the kingdom after I get done. All these productions can be viewed on our YouTube channel. All donations can be made at method8inc.com. Every donation goes towards productions to combat issues to save lives, with classes and funds to train and support the actors. All sponsors are recognized in every program. It is the belief of every representative at Method 8 to believe in their abilities and to use art to save lives. Show your support today at method8inc.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pulse. Welcome back to the Pulse with me, your host, Ryan West. We got Jessica Berg and my man Jason Scott. We're going to close out this topic about talking about racism. We're talking about racism. Like I said, I think everybody has got a little bit of racism in them. Some people are a little bit radical, some people are not. Any last comments y'all want to make on that real fast?
I got something to say.
Oh, you got something to say, Sir Wade?
Yes. I don't think everybody's racism because we're conditioned to be racism. I mean, you've heard of the Willie Lynch chip.
Yeah.
Also, you've heard of institutional racism, which makes people feel that way. See, had people hung after the Civil War, had the leaders of the Confederacy been hung, then they wouldn't have. It would have been a whole lot less of these things going on. I mean, because if you do, I mean, if you're able to do a lot of things. So first of all, and until recently, you don't see a lot of Nazi flags going around over in Europe. Over in Europe,
No, I mean, not really.
You don't see a lot of that. I mean, and that's because those guys were hung. For sedition.
I guess you're right. I guess that's the point. I think everybody has a part of them where they can joke around about it, but some people just feel like they need to rid the globe of a certain type of people. And I think that's actually Hitler's agenda. Am I correct? Yes. Yeah, that dude was going to eradicate everything.
Yeah. But the whole world has to rid the world of him.
Yeah. So good point.
Well, it's not just those factors. That's history. Now we have new racisms.
Yeah.
We have new things like now the big topic is if you're gay. Or lesbian, or if you're too old or too young. There's many different types of racism going on in the world.
Yeah.
So. The biggest thing is, if you're going to be equal. Take the same knocks that the next guy's got to take. If he's going to yell at you for being something, be okay with his words because his words don't hurt.
Yeah. I think I'm all for the perverts, man. You know what I'm saying? I think every pervert should be on guard at the border, man. You know what I'm saying? That way when guys like me decide to act up, I have a free pass out of the country. You know what I'm saying?
I think with technology these days, everybody wants to be nosy too.
Oh, okay.
Everybody wants to be way too nosy in other people's business and then people putting their own business out on the table a lot more than.
Excellent. I love you so much, Jesse. Jesse's an actor here at Method 8. Check out the movies Miracle. We'll be right back next week in the Pulse with me, your host, Brian West, the master pervert with the scholarship of pervertology and letting everybody across the board. We'll be right back next week, everybody.
The Pulse is a Method 8 production, brought to you by Method 8.